So the Minnesota Twins and the Seattle Mariners linked up for a pretty significant trade tonight. What does it mean for the Yankees? Let's talk about it. Again, good evening, everybody. So we heard earlier that the Mariners were apparently working on a three-team trade with the White Sox and the Cubs. I don't know if that's still going on or if that fell through and this became a pivot trade. But the Mariners just made a trade with the Minnesota Twins, and they're acquiring second baseman Jorge Polanco in exchange for minor league pitcher Darren Bowen. And this is Kylie McDonough of ESPN reporting this, and it's on MLBTradeRumors.com too. So Darren Bowen, Anthony DeSclafani, who was traded from the Giants to the Mariners for Robbie Ray earlier this offseason. Now he's headed to the Twins now. So Gabriel Gonzalez, an outfield prospect, and DeSclafani is a pitcher, and reliever Justin Topa. So the starter, reliever, an outfielder, and another minor league pitcher. So decent return. One of the things that's notable is none of those young Mariners starting pitchers are headed to the Twins, but the Twins, they get their infielder. They got the second baseman that they wanted. Jorge Polanco is under control this coming year, and there's an option for 2025 too. Okay, and why is it important? Well, he hits pretty well against teams in the AL West. You know, the team is 4-9 this past year against the Texas Rangers, but he hits them pretty well. And they're 9-4 against the Houston Astros, but the Astros kind of take him out in the postseason. But Jorge Polanco hits about 750 career-ish with his OPS. He has a 975. It's over 200 points higher versus the Houston Astros. So maybe they're strategically bringing somebody who can hit the Astros extremely well and the Rangers extremely well, because those are the two teams that the Mariners are going to have to surpass to contend. So, but it also means what? This likely takes the Yankees out of the running. That's what I'm asking. What it means for the Yankees. You know, the Mariners don't have to give up one of their young pitchers now for a Gleyber Torres or an Oswald Peraza or whoever. I'd be surprised if they did it now. Maybe this now leaves the Marlins as the only potential fit for the Yankees to get a starting pitcher. And I don't even know if they're going to get a starting pitcher and a reliever. I mean, they claimed what's his name off Matt Gage did off the Houston Astros. It's a hard throwing lefty who pitched to about 183-ish ERA over the last two seasons with the Blue Jays and the Astros. So and he could be the addition to the bullpen. Maybe they won't spend on a Wandy Peralta, right? And maybe this is a sign that they won't be signing relievers in free agency. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But now maybe the focus is going to go towards starting pitcher only when it comes to the Marlins. But with that said, don't expect Gleyber Torres to be part of that trade. Okay, and don't expect Luis Ariz to be part of this trade either. So they're not going to pay Ariz. The Marlins not going to pay Torres. So that trade would probably have to be a Peraza. They're looking for a major league starting shortstop, right? Peraza represents a fit. And again, if you want somebody like Luzardo, you're going to have to go from Peraza to probably like Roderick Arias. I don't know if the Yankees are willing to do that. But that said, he's got the highest ceiling right now rated from all the infield prospects, but he's blocked by Anthony Volpe. Maybe he'll play third eventually. Maybe. I don't know if he stays. But, you know, if the Yankees want to get one of the Mariners starting pitchers, they're probably going to have to bump it up. So, but the Mariners might not need any more infielders now with this trade today, Jorge Polanco. So congratulations to the Mariners. Congratulations to the Twins for the trade that they made today. It looked like a strategic trade to me. I don't know if that three-team trade is still happening, but there was speculation that that Dylan Cease was part of it. But I don't know if it's Cease. It could be Luis Robert. It could be Yohan Moncada. It could be other guys. It could be Garrett Crochet. So to add to an Andres Munoz, I don't know. No idea. And now, I mean, that's taken away one significant potential suitor for the Yankees for infield prospects or Gleyber Torres. So it's really going to be interesting to see what the Yankees do moving forward. And if for somehow you're not subscribed to this channel and you want all this news when it comes in, especially when it comes to the Yankees, hit that button before you leave, please. And if you want to be at the front of the line, hit the notification button too. And if you enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up. I thank you so much for that. I really do. But this is the type of stuff, and I want to give you some more insight as to why this trade potentially happened and how it could affect the Yankees. As much, as the more information you get, I think the better off it is. So I want you to have as much understanding and insight and perspective as possible as it comes to this stuff. Again, this is a strategic trade, in my opinion. And again, the Twins have been, shedding payroll. They were not able to re-sign Sonny Gray. So they moved another guy who's, I think, is making over 10 million this year, maybe 12 million or so in 2025, which is a heck of a lot less than Gleyber Torres will be making next year. So, and again, they got their major league starting second baseman for the next 2 years at the very least. So that gives them some more room and more flexibility. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are, guy. I want to know what you think about this. Is it a good trade? What else do you see potentially happening? I do think it's going to force the Yankees to pivot, to do something different that they're not, maybe to do working on something that we have no idea they're working on. So, because that usually happens too. Cashman tends to pull out these moves out of his hat, and we didn't even think about it. So, I'm not ruling that past any of these guys either. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they did nothing, right? Their bullpen, as far as we know right now, could be set with the additions that they made, especially over the last couple of days. So, and they're starting pitching. They've added, they've got two guys coming back in good shape. They added Marcus Stroman to it. Okay. I wouldn't waste my time worrying about Yamamoto. He's not here, and Blake Snell rejected their offer, even though they're the only offer that he has. So, could he fall into the laps? Maybe, but I don't see the Yankees, increase. I don't know why in the world they would increase their offer, because that's 25 million or automatically 50 million as long as they're over the Cohen threshold. I don't even know if that's worth it to them. So, but the fact is, they wanted to get another frontline pitcher here, and they got a green light from Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole. They showed that they wanted them here too. So, and keep this timeline matters too. When they offered that money to Yamamoto, they were under the threshold at that point, under the Cohen threshold, way under it. They hadn't even signed their arbitration players. Now that they're over it, the numbers look different, which is why you don't see them aggressively going after guys like Cody Bellinger and some of these other folks, Jordan Montgomery and so on. So that to me is that calculus I'm factoring into this, because I think it does matter. Again, I can't speak for them. I don't work for them, but it just makes a lot of sense. But that's the trade tonight. Jorge Polanco headed to the Mariners. Don't be surprised if more moves happen. Don't be surprised if they make this 3-team trade. So, if they get, I don't see them getting Dylan Cease. I don't know why they would potentially move one of their young controllable starters for an older starter with less control. But crazy things have happened. They just added, another $10 million salary in their books. So crazy things have happened, gang. But if anything else comes out, you'll get it here. Have a great night. Talk to you next time.